heroes. Are you ready to take some heat today? Do you need some heat? I'm here today to show you how to move from a deep freeze fawning response to on fire, lit up on purpose, on passion for your purpose. And how does that start? By choosing you. Literally, that's all it takes is little choices every single day for you, for your purpose, for your passion, so that you can show up on fire in this life and you're ready to bring the heat. So before I get into how to melt a deep freeze fawn response, I wanted to share what I'm doing with you every Saturday night. I'm bringing a tribe, a soul tribe of healing heroes, and we are going together to heal so that we can stand in our mission, so that we can live on purpose, and so that we can be lit up again, going from a life that we just hate to show up for every single day to a life where we feel truly called. We're connected to our divine purpose, and we're just unstoppable in what we are trying to create. So I'm excited for you. If you want to join this experience where you can heal alongside other heroes who are facing their journey of spiritual awakening into the life of abundance that they're creating, that they're worthy of, that they're choosing, then I'm going to leave my email in the comment section and write on fire for my purpose. And I will give you all the details, information, and encouraging, inspiring love, motivation. So I want you to get connected to your purpose. How can we do this? When we have our nervous system responses working against us, it seems. Have you ever felt like your body is literally working against you? Well, it is working for you. And when we learn how to hack our nervous system, we actually can get our body's responses to jump online on board with our truth and our alignment. Our bodies are actually calling us forward and telling us, hey, you're out of alignment. Let's step back into our worth, back into our power. But when you've experienced trauma, unfortunately, we can go into a deep freeze when our soul is calling us forward into our healing and into our expansion and into our growth. And what happens is our body doesn't feel safe because in the past, we've experienced pain when we've tried to stand for ourselves, when we've used our voice, when we showed up, when we've wanted to be heard and we wanted to be seen and we were pushed away or we were punished or we were made to be wrong or we were made like we were the crazy ones. So we freeze and then we go into a fawning response. So this fawning response is made to appease our abuser. Even if inside of us, our abuser is no longer around, we have in a way become the abuser to ourselves when we're not willing to stand in our power and we're not willing to shine our light and we're not willing to take the heat that it takes to grow. And so I really want you to learn how to get out of your fawning response so that you can live your life in freedom, in flow, and on purpose for your purpose. Are you with me? This is what I'm so here. This is what I'm committed to showing up for, working through my fawning response, bringing the heat in my own life so I can stand here with you and watch you unfold in your beautiful hero's journey. And so what happens when we've been conditioned to appease our abuser means that we're living in a life of self-abandonment. And this is a painful place to be. One of the signs that you're living in self-abandonment is that you don't choose yourself. And it's almost unconscious. It's just like you're showing up in life and you're living the motions. You're leading the motions. You're showing up in life. You're doing what you're supposed to. You're trying to fit into the system, show up for other people, make them happy, just do everything you're supposed to do, right? Then what happens is your body can only take so much. And then what happens is you just get fueled with rage and you start to explode. And all of a sudden, you've reacted or snapped at a coworker or a friend or your kid or your partner, and you're like, oh crap, how do I get back from that? How do I get back to integrity from living with this rage and this anger. And then the rage and the anger, it turns into resentment. And partly you're resenting yourself for experiencing this anger and this rage. But what's really happening is that because you have been in a place where you have been so small and you've been forced to keep your light dim and you haven't felt accepted for who you are, this anger and this rage just boils up and you erupt and you become a volcano. And then you become resentful to the people around you because you don't feel safe in your own body. And this is a scary, lonely place to be. But I'm telling you, it can change. It can change. It changed for me. And it can absolutely change for you when you're willing to learn how to dethaw this deep freeze response. So often we go into a freeze when there's a form of judgment happening. And usually it's not even judgment from anybody else. It's actually judgment that's coming deep inside. It's self-judgment. And this self-judgment comes from self-abandonment. And this self-abandonment comes from separation from our divinity, from our precious inner child, from our innocence, and from our integrity. And what I really want for you is to get back into alignment with your innocence, with your integrity. And so you learn how to stand for yourself. And so you learn how to melt this deep freeze. And so that you're no longer run by your fawning response of people pleasing, of shaming yourself, of living with volatile anger and rage, and with living without your passion. See, what's happening is that you're not connected to your truth. You may not even really know who you are or why you're here, or what your calling is, what your purpose is. You just know that this is the life you have and you don't really like it. And then you're not open for intimacy, and it's very hard to receive love from this place. And it's super tied to our worth and the meanings and the judgments that we've made about ourselves when we've experienced this self-abandonment, when we've been in the mode, when we've been living in the fear of our abuser. And so it's time for you to take back your power. It's time for you to understand that this freeze fawn response, it's not your fault and it didn't start with you. What it absolutely is going to take you to unthaw it and to stop living your life in the motions and to start living yourself on purpose for your purpose. How? By choosing you. Every day, taking small actions to understand why you're showing up the way that you're showing up, what you can do about it, what's really running you, and what kind of judgments and beliefs and absolutely downright lies are you carrying in your body? What kind of trapped emotions are you carrying in your body? What kind of repressed memories are you carrying in your body? What kind of generational trauma is still plaguing you that is actually calling you to heal so that you can heal the generational trauma from the past and so that you can heal it for the future generations? And it seems like so much, but it is actually calling you so that you can have the life that you are so worthy of. You can experience the freedom, and so you can actually receive love feeling like you deserve it and you're worthy of it. So I want you to know that this anger and this rage doesn't make you a bad person. This living your life in resentment is actually an action calling you. It's calling you into action. It's calling you to awaken to your healing journey so that you can get in the lane, so that you can start driving the car to be on purpose, living for your purpose. And I'm telling you, that's where your freedom is. I'm telling you, that's where the love is. That's what's calling you. That's what's leading you. That's why there's this void. That's why there's this bitterness, this resentment, and it's not too late. I know you might think of, the bridge is already burned, but it's not. And you might not be able to repair the bridges outside of you, but you can absolutely repair the one inside of you. And then everything gets to change. Everything gets to change, and it starts with you. So, are you ready to choose yourself? Are you ready to choose your healing? Are you ready to choose your purpose and your destiny? Are you ready to see your worth? And are you ready to receive love? If this is you, then I absolutely invite you to drop me an email saying, ready to be on fire for my purpose. And I'm going to invite you into a beautiful, wonderful experience of healing where you will just feel so much love and so much support. And you will get to see yourself in the light that you are called to live from. So if you are wanting more of this awakening journey from, I'm calling myself the Divine Feminine Oracle, so that I am committed to lighting and shining my light so that I can stand by you, so you can have your light and be living on purpose for your light. And that is what I'm committed to helping you create. So throw me an email, and I will show you all the details over my Saturday night experience. You get journaling exercises, guided meditation, body movement, connection to other heroes who are doing the work of the hero's journey so that they can live a life of impact, so they can live a life that they are just fired up about. And I would love to have you. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope today in one small way you choose yourself first. You choose you. Don't choose resentment. Choose yourself. And I'll talk to you soon.